So here I've blown up our residential house here a little bit bigger so we can take a look at it easier. So I'm in the boardroom right now. So let's move inside to the house. Today's lesson will be on overflow protection or water damage protection with plumbing fixtures. So what we design inside a plumbing fixture to prevent water damage or the fixture from overflowing. Now here you can see a kitchen sink. It simply has a spillway right here in the middle, so if one sink, to prevent it from overflowing, it'll spill over into the other, which is really minimum protection. Let's take a look over at residential plumbing fixtures. Here we have two vanities. Now normally they have what we have is a little waste and overflow, a little slot right here to prevent them from overflowing. Now a tank, a toilet, has a reservoir tank, and if it cracks, you can shut the R19 off down below. That's its protection. Now, showers, as you can see right here, this is a shower stall. We're looking right above it. It doesn't have hardly any protection at all. If this overflows, it's going to go right onto the floor. However, it's the bathtub we want to take a look at, and so let's look at this bathtub right here. So here is our bathtub, and it's a left-hand bathtub. Sorry, a right-hand bathtub. And so the drain is right here on the left. We can see right above here is the drain, and it's got a waste and overflow on it, and this is the waste and overflow. So if the bathtub fills up to this point, it goes down the drain, and as you can see down below, it'll go into a P-trap and then into the drain. So both the drain on the tub and the waste and overflow are hooked together to prevent this fixture from overflowing. And then of course we're going to protect the laminate floors and what's below it, another bedroom here, and down below here is a mechanical room and a bedroom here. So that's what we want to protect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to blow up a commercial kitchen here in this boardroom, and we're going to take a look at what the water damage protection or overflow protection we need in a commercial kitchen. So here we go. So we're going to walk into our commercial kitchen here, and as you can see, commercial kitchens have different equipment than in residential, but what we want to look at today is the non-concealed overflow, and this is what we call right here the food prep sink. And this is where I'll have all the greasy pots and pans and sink and plates that get dumped in here, and then the grease is separated and drops into a grease drop, which is right here with an orifice flow control plate on it. And normally what we have, there is something missing here, because right now if these sinks fill up too much, they'll overflow, and we don't want that from happening. So we have something in a code. Back in the day, in the 60s and 70s, we used to have little slots in them like this for this hand wash sink, and they were called by-transit wastes. By-transit wastes are concealed overflows. So the problem with those are illegal now on new fixtures, because we don't want it to overflow, because this is a double wall here and it's a double wall floor. And what happens is all the food particles used to get caught in here before they went into the waste basket of the kitchen sink. And that wasn't hygienic enough, right? So it's kind of unhealthy, and we need it to be really healthy. So there is something missing from these three sinks. And we're going to show you in the code and what they should look like for a food prep sink. This has got something in it that the mixed reality view, this commercial kitchen sink, didn't have. Here's your food prep sink. And these are what we call non-concealed overflows. Now you can find those. They're required in both the 2015 and 2020 code. And if you look at it right here, there you will see in 2224, a dishwashing sink and a food preparation sink shall not have concealed overflows. So that is what we need, a non-concealed overflow. And of course later we're going to talk more about the tilting kettle, the combi oven, and the food display sink here on the left, and the what we call, it's a dishwasher, we call it a flight machine for different reasons which we'll go into later. And that's it for today.